When it came to my trip to Tim Hortons, I associated 3 words with it: disappointment, unsatisfaction, regret. Now, Tim Hortons, it arrived on the Milton Keynes, Kingston Centre scene quite a while ago. Couple months, I think maybe it's been around, month and a half. Now, I did originally want to go from the start, but every night I went to check, queues. Ridiculous queues. Understandable, there's a new joint in town, everyone's excited. No more McDonald's, no more KFC, no more Burger King. Tim Hortons is here. It's the new thing. So I sort of left it for a little while, and I continue to leave it. With me, I go out late at night for food. I'm just gonna go McDonald's a lot of the time, but if Tim Hortons is free, I'll maybe pop over. It never was. Always queues, always headlights beaming over, several of them. So I kept leaving it, and then the other night I thought, you know what? I'm gonna just go. And if it's busy, I'll just go to McDonald's again, as I usually do. So I had a look, only 2 cars in the drive-thru. I thought, okay, let's do this, give it a whirl, let's finally try this thing. Now, I drive up, I haven't got a clue what I'm gonna order, I haven't really seen the menu, I don't know the prices. Dude talks to me, I'm like, just a minute, just gonna have a quick look. I order the crispy chicken meal or something, which consists of a burger with a crispy chicken patty in there, like you would see in, say, a fillet burger meal at a chicken shop or KFC. That comes with wedges, and I ordered a coffee with it because it was late at night, I needed my caffeine fix. Got some dessert with that as well. Got some waffles. They came with maple syrup and I think it was white chocolate or something like that. Also tried a milkshake as well. Now, all this came to quite a staggering price. £15. And that is where the issues began. Price is a problem here. I'd heard from people, it's good value for money. The prices are quite good, which gave me this false sense that it's only a few quid more than what you'd get at McDonald's. No. What I could get for £15 at McDonald's is ridiculous. I could get 60 nuggets with 12 dips. I could get about 6 triple cheeseburgers and some large fries. I could get 2 Big Mac meals, which consist of course, 2 Big Macs, 2 fries, 2 drinks, and then I'd have room for a triple cheeseburger again after. So £15 kind of blew me back a bit. I was like, wow, okay, that's quite a lot for fast food, takeout food, drive-through food, but I'm sure the quality's there. Now, I got the food, quite a small bag, and I was waiting, I thought that's only the burger and fries in there, or wedges, whatever. I thought, there's more to come. I'm sat there, I got my 2 drinks. No, you're dumb. He came up like, can I help you? And I was like, oh, I guess the pancake's already in here. Let's go. You know, the bag was small, so I was a bit like, what? And do you really put pancakes in the same bag as the burger? When you've got syrup in there? But, fair enough. It's all in one bag. Okay. Let's go park up and eat this. Now let's talk about the burger first. Now, talking about the appearance of the burger when I first open it, it's not big. It's not very big. Presentation's okay. There's not a lot going on in this burger, to be honest. You've got your 2 buns, you got your 1 chicken crispy patty, you've got very little lettuce in there, not much, a few slathers in there, bits falling out, and you've got your, I don't know what it was, burger sauce. I guess it was just mayonnaise or something. It isn't, the sauce wasn't very potent and there wasn't a lot of it. And also the bun is quite dark looking, alright? It's looking a bit crispy, it's looking a bit burnt, which is a problem. When you get a burger, the only thing that should ever be burnt, and nothing should be burnt to be fair, but if anything's going to be burnt, it should be the meat, not the bun. Because that's the thing that's, you're cooking, you know? Bread, you might toast it a little bit, but it should never be burnt. The bun looks burnt. Now, I take a bite on the side of the burger that isn't looking too burnt. Take a bite, chicken tastes alright. The bread's alright. You know, the chicken tastes actually pretty good for a first bite. Not much flavour to it though. You know, it's just fairly well cooked. You know, the crispiness is good, it's a good balance. So the chicken is alright on that front. Now, the more I eat, the worse it gets. When you eat more of a meat that's supposed to be flavoured in some way, some sort of spice, some sort of herbs going on in there, and the flavour isn't building up, it's not building up a heat or something like that, that's a problem because it means it's not seasoned. Now, the more I ate this chicken, the more bland it tasted because it's just like eating the same thing. Like, you get the initial flavour because you're putting new flavour into your mouth and you're like, okay, nice. But it soon wears off. You know, you buy some prawn cocktail Pringles. First one, wow, tastes good. You know, I've had no flavour in my mouth before that. That's really flavoursome, powerful, boom, burst of flavours. The more you eat, the flavour's not hitting you anymore, or you're still getting the flavour, but it's not having the same impact because it's not building up. Because crisps don't build up. It's not what they do. Something like a chicken burger or chicken wings or something, they should really build up the flavours. The chicken remained bland, but it was still alright. Now, I got to the dark looking part of the bun, and it was very, very crispy, burnt to an extent, and it just wasn't nice, and I couldn't actually finish the burger because the bread just was inedible, to be honest. It was edible, but I didn't want to finish it. Now, when I was eating this, it sounded like I was eating a digestive or a couple of rich teas, you know? I was crunching. It's not the noise a burger should be making. The only thing that should be crunching in that burger is the batter of the chicken, and it wasn't. Not saying that's a problem, but it wasn't. The bread was. That's an issue. So when it comes to the burger, it was okay, but it wasn't great. If I had to give it a score, 5 out of 10 for the burger. Now the wedges, I'm not a huge fan of wedges. They're okay, you know, but I would never pick them over fries. But the only thing they sell here is wedges. There's no fries here, which is very strange. I think it's an American brand or Canadian brand restaurant. I guess they only eat wedges over there. So the wedges, they weren't exactly very good. They were, you know what wedges are like. It's very hard to get and bang on, where they've got a crisp where they can hold. You got a crisp that you bite into, nice little crisp, and they're nice and fluffy on the inside. Hard to get that. This, no crisp, I'm afraid. Fluffy on the inside, but it was kind of, soggy is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. It's soft. It's not got that outer crisp batter that you want. Now it comes with sauces. I mean no offense when I say this, but I couldn't really understand what the guy was saying through the drive-through thing. What sauce do you want? All I heard was barbecue or sweet chili. I'm not a barbecue man, so I went for sweet chili. There was more sauces, but I don't know what he said. Now the sweet chili it's that Blue Dragon stuff you buy at the supermarket. It's that, okay? I'm telling you now. I have it enough with my nuggets and rice that I have at home for dinner sometimes. It was that. And you can tell it's that and not their own branded stuff because they put it in one of those little plastic clear containers with a pop-up lid that you can buy in bulk, okay? I've seen them before in supermarkets or online or whatever. You can buy them in bulk. They've bought some Blue Dragon, they've bought them, and they've poured a bit in. I'm not criticising the sauce because it's a nice sauce. Obviously, I buy it to have at home. It's a nice sauce. But when I go out, I kind of want something a little bit different. I don't want store-bought stuff. And that kind of gave me the impression that the wedges and the sauce were just store-bought. I feel like they popped on over to Kingston's Tesco's. Just down there. That way from where I am, I think. That's the thing with their food so far in this meal. I'm not feeling like it's unique to them. And when I think about it more, that chicken patty just tastes like one you would buy from the shop. Because I've had stuff like that at home before. Not too long ago, I had chicken patties for dinner with some rice on the side, and it tasted like those chicken patties that I had at home. They're not really that seasoned. You cook it in the oven and you know there's a little bit of crisp to it because it's pre-battered though, pre-made. They haven't just gone and deep fried it. I'm getting the impression that they're not deep frying anything here. They're just sticking it in an oven. Obviously I have no evidence, no fact to prove this, but that sauce was definitely Blue Dragon. Those wedges could easily be Aunt Bessie's. That chicken could easily be Tesco's finest, and the buns, maybe a Sainsbury's. Nonetheless, even if it isn't all store-bought, it tastes like it's store-bought. The coffee was okay to start with. I took a sip, I ordered a cappuccino. Not the strongest coffee, stronger than a latte, not quite black coffee, that sort of thing. Very strong, I don't take sugar or nothing. Take a sip, nice strong coffee taste in there, very nice. 3 sips later, it's like I'm drinking hot water. I don't know how they managed it, but it's like all the coffee was just on the top. There was nothing below, yeah? Coffee, hot water, that's it. That's a problem. I have this problem a lot when I order coffee from fast food places. They just can't do coffee right, okay? McDonald's coffee is kind of crap. I don't mind it because it's cheap though. If you want a coffee from McDonald's, you may as well just order a black coffee and get the strongest coffee. Because cappuccino, latte, not much flavour there. This, same sort of story. A little bit of coffee initially when you take a sip, but I also think that tracks back to the thing I was saying about the chicken patty. You haven't had the taste of it in your mouth, not recently. So because you're taking the first sip, you're getting an initial coffee taste, which is why it tastes more strong, more powerful. But then the more you drink, the weaker it gets. Now, if you go to Costa's, you go to Starbucks, you're gonna get a proper coffee, and it's all gonna taste like coffee. And you know, the coffees here aren't necessarily cheap. I think a large one is about £3, a regular is £2.50. You know, when a McDonald's one is like $1.50 or whatever, $1.80, 70p difference for not much extra coffee doesn't really seem worth it. Milkshake, Got chocolate milkshake, extremely sweet. Very, very sweet. Too sweet. It tasted like the packets you would get at a supermarket for like a hot chocolate. You ever had the Cadbury's hot chocolate or the Galaxy hot chocolate? It's extremely, extremely sweet. Too sweet. It tastes like that. Obviously, this is a milkshake, not hot chocolate, but the sweetness and the chocolate flavour was extremely overpowering, and I didn't dig it. It feels like someone just got all these chocolates, put them in a blender, added some sugar, added some extra sweeteners, and that's what you drink, and it's just whew, sugar rush. I think a 6-year-old would love it. Me, not so much. Now the pancakes. This is the biggest issue of the entire thing. Pancakes are at the bottom. Okay? They're in a little box. In the bag, there is no plastic fork. No plastic fork. So I'm thinking, is it underneath the box? Take the box out. Nothing. I have a rummage through. The bag's not big, you know. It's not big, but I'm just rummaging through in case I've somehow missed the fork in there. It's not in the bag. Maybe it's in the box. Maybe. Open the box. No fork. They've given me takeaway pancakes and no fork. Do they expect everyone to take this food straight home, get our own cutlery out and eat it like that? That is ridiculous. Now the assembly was poor. You know, there wasn't many pancakes in there. I think it was 2 or 3. You don't get much. It's small. It's like that size for a pancake, not big. The syrup has been poured on the top, all of it. It can't obviously reach the bottom levels. The white chocolate is all just spread to one corner, and I'm having to eat it with hands. It's almost like they were unaware of the phenomenon that people go to a drive-through and eat the food in their cars because they don't want to drive home with it. It does happen. Believe it or not, Tim Hortons. For something that has been having mad queues for a long time, I'm kind of blown away that this is the quality of the food you get. As you can imagine, after all of this, I was left bitterly disappointed. If I'm going to give a rating of all the food that I ate, the burger was a 5, the wedges were a 4, the coffee was a 5, milkshake a 3, pancakes 4. That's not including the issue with the fork. If we're putting presentation into the matter, 2, 1.5. Now I'm not just bad-mouthing this for the sake of it. I'm bad-mouthing it because I'd heard so many good things. I talked to people about it. They say, yeah, Tim Hortons is good. It's really nice. Really good value for money. I think, okay, I'm more excited to go now. You know, I was kind of putting it off, but I want to go. I see queues there all night. But after eventually trying it, I can just put it down to one thing. Consumerism. It's the new thing. It's not McDonald's and everyone else is going to it. Those are the reasons it's popular. Some of you may argue, oh, I just got a bad meal, bad bit of service. I don't really want to go back there. You know, sure, there is a lot more things on that menu for me to try, but am I going to get a different outcome? I don't think so. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful.